Going on in the world with organization. It's the whole, what I call the Marie Kondo effect. Yes?
So true. There
Yeah,
seems to be like a buzz out there right now
for
and going
sure.
through social media too.
Yeah, for sure. And so having you on the show today, I think, is very timely to help people understand the importance of organization and what organization is and isn't and what truly matters in that realm, because it can be a little overwhelming. But before we go there, let's talk a little bit about you and Just in Time Solutions. You've been in business a long time.
Yes, it has been a long time. And, it's kind of like when you've been married a long time and you say the number. So it'll be 17 and a half, almost 18 years that I've been in business now.
Yeah.
And I started it myself, just little old me going out, helping people get organized, so on and so forth. And now I have 2 full-time and 1 part-time that do a bulk of the work. And it's awesome. It's fun seeing how people can transition into a different life, or just even have their garage transition into a different life.
Right, different quality of life for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about the difference between the organization aspect and like professional cleaning, because there's a bit of an overlap, I'm sure. I know you actually have another company as well that does the cleaning aspect, but for the benefit of folks who might be confusing the two, how do you make that distinction?
Okay, so organizing is definitely the deciding of what to keep and what not to keep as far as your stuff is concerned, and then putting it into systems, putting it into spots where what we call their home, so that when you get it out and you can put it back in. Cleaning is like your spring cleaning when you get the bucket out and the water and you're scrubbing down and so on and so forth. So I know when I started the business, I had to be very clear about the distinction between organizing and cleaning. So organizing is basically dealing with the stuff, and cleaning is basically cleaning out the area where the stuff is going to go into.
Right.
Right.
So organizing is about putting everything in its place, and cleaning is about keeping things, I'm going to say, germ-free. Just like really cleaning,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And so do you get people who ask you to do both, or are people pretty clear nowadays and they keep it distinct?
It's definitely a lot clearer than it used to be. People do understand definitely what organizing is a lot more. But we still get the people that call us and go, like my whole house just kind of needs a total overhaul. I actually just had an email come in like that today. Everything's a mess. I don't know where anything is. It's all organized and I need it well cleaned. So then that's when both our companies end up going in, right? But definitely people do understand the difference between it now a little bit more.
Yeah. And so from your perspective, does one come before the other? Cleaning before organizing, or organizing before cleaning? How do you tackle that when someone says to you, my house needs a whole overhaul? Where do you start?
Okay, so when I get a call like that, the version for one person and the version for another person are often quite different, right?
Sure.
It's just like when some people say, I don't have enough clothes, and, they've got more than enough, right? So definitely the organizing has to be done first. Usually when people call like that, it is a situation of where we're walking into the home. It's pretty full all over the place. Horizontal surfaces are full. There's piles different places. So it is a lot more of something traumatic has probably gone on in their life, that everything has kind of just got stopped as far as maintaining anything is concerned, and they're just living.
Yeah. And so I love that, this is insightful, the idea that organization comes first, right? You need to sort of get it organized, and then what I'm hearing is then you can clear and clean around it, right? Once you've got everything where it needs to be.
Exactly. And I mean, obviously, if you clear out a cupboard, organize it, you're going to wipe the shelves before you put it back in.
Sure.
But as far as the main areas and everything of the home, that can't be done until you have a home for everything.
When we return, we will continue our discussion with Pauline Hoffman, professional organizer, all around what I'm going to call the current Marie Kondo craze. What it is, what it isn't, why it matters, what we need to be aware of, and how we can ensure that we ourselves are being as organized as is necessary for our life.